Well, good afternoon, everybody. I mean, this has been a long afternoon getting to you. Could even swim an ocean if we had to. Welcome today. We're on the Beverly Hills Shaman, and we have a very special guest with us. She's a riot, I have to tell you. It's Meiche, and here's why I say she's a riot. Not only is she an intuitive, she's filled with all kinds of joyous energy, and she really has her game down. And I was fortunate enough to be on her show. And what is your show?
Awakenings Radio.
Right now, we want to hear more about it.
Yeah, it's I started about 6 years ago and didn't actually even know what I was going to do, and it just evolved into this place where people meet. I like to say like a community where people are meeting, talking about awakening and awakening in all parts of their lives, becoming more awake, aware, more intuitive, just wanting to live more authentic and more fulfilled. And we do call in listeners, people call in, ask questions, and I love it. It's every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific time.
Good. And I love being on the show because you're in a flow, and that's where we're going to stay right now, is in the flow. We have a very special subject because I think this is one of Michelle's amazing gifts that she has, is connecting us with our
Mm.
super soul, our what we really want in life, and reaching toward what has been called a soulmate. Tell
Yes,
us a little
yes.
bit about what is a soulmate.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to say you have many, many soulmates. Okay. So people always are like the one, and for some people there's one, but for some people there's many. So I think we can't really get hooked on, if you're not married 25, 30, 40, 50 years, that you did something wrong, or you're not with it, or there's something psychologically wrong with you. In truth, we attract like-minded individuals all the time. That research is showing that we actually have similar DNA to those people that we're attracted to, or those people that are friends with us. So it's not even just likes and dislikes, it's actually genetically, there's a genetic base for it.
A
So
programming. We're programmed.
yes, exactly. And some people are programmed for just a lot more, complexity, or a lot more diversity into their life. I will say, if you want to attract a soulmate or a significant other, you ask for a soulmate that's a life mate or life partner. Otherwise, you get stuck in those learning lesson relationships. And I know you probably had people talk to you about it, Marilyn, in your travels. It's oh, I know I'm meant to be with him, or I know I'm meant to be with her because I'm learning so much, or I'm here to help him, or I'm here to help her. And there's people that get stuck in those loops because they say, well, they're my soulmate. And so a lot of times people go through a string of relationships that are these learning lessons, not to say that we're not always learning, but you can move into a level of having a playmate, conscious playmates, partners, life partners, people that you want to share your life with. And
Mm-hmm.
so a soulmate would simply be, I'm losing my earbud, would be somebody that matches your authentic you, just enough. There's enough resonance there. And that doesn't mean there's not arguing or debates. It just means that there's more harmony than disharmony. There's more coherence than non-resonance.
I love that. More resonance. One of the challenges, I think, if you're talking about a long term relationship, would be how people grow apart or grow together or allow the space that they need in order to actuate their own destiny. And there's a lot of sacrifices that come in good relationships. And one may be the go-getter and the other one can be the a little more passive, and maybe that switches roles. But it seems that our divorce rate has been going up. We're
Yes.
looking at like they are really destined not to be with someone. And I've seen them. They've tried. They never got married. Let's say they didn't even live with someone, and they start aging gracefully, and they don't have children. They don't have it. It's a whole different kind of person,
Mhm.
and you could say I don't want to be judgmental, but it could fall into a few categories. One, maybe they're difficult. They're
Yeah.
very difficult to
Yeah.
be
Yes.
with.
Yes.
Demanding, my way or
Yes.
no
No,
way.
that's
And
yes.
we all have a piece of that, I guess, of my way, that we like it. I think it's important to know what my way is. If you don't know what, like
Mm,
you were saying earlier, what works for you, you're going to edge off of your truth. And
yes.
there's a difference. And then you'll get maybe codependent, and all kinds of things start happening. The sacrifices that aren't true. How do I know this? I experienced it in a relationship. We don't just make up things. We start to know what they are. And then we can be kinder to ourselves.
Have
We
that
can
compassion.
then look at ourselves and say, I love me. I love me because I accept all those different parts. And that's a whole other conversation,
Yeah.
I think. It's a big one.
It's a
Um,
big one. I
it's a
think self-love and self-acceptance, you're going to attract better relationships the more that you have that. And Mary Lynn, to your point with people that are, quote, on their own, I don't like to say necessarily alone. I think we, as a species, there's just so many different ways to live. I mean, and that's the soul. The soul is, if you, whatever your preference, God, all that is, universe, but just an individuated aspect of creation. That's a good way to even put it. So there are going to be lifestyles that are very different. We're all individual. What I would say is those people that I usually have seen that are on their own tend to have quite a lot of friends or circle of friends. They may not partner per se in that way. But I think you can ask yourself, is it that I don't, like you were saying, am I too difficult? I think sometimes people's traumas hold them back. But then at some point, you have to look and make an assessment, an honest assessment, and realize, wow, this is, like to your point, this is how I really am. This is what's most fulfilling to me. This is what's authentic for me.
and that word is, it's a lifetime journey, because authenticity for me comes in the moment. But
Mm,
is it coming out of reactivity, or is it coming being present to what's going on? And once we
mm,
start differentiating when we are in a reactive mode that doesn't serve the good, that means me, you, group, whatever, then that's where the adjustments come in. And I know you work with people, you're a coach, and for lack of, and you've seen a lot. If you were to tell someone something, a general rule of how you can love yourself, what would you say, Michelle?
mm, that's a biggie, Mary Lynn. I think it starts with healing, which is balance, is to find the parts of you that you're holding back or you don't quite like. We all have those parts. And I always say have an inner dialogue, I think is great. I'm doing the best I can with what I know. That's a good one. As saying that over and over, doing the best I can with what I know. Another thing is to notice the people that you care about a lot and how much attention you give them or support. And then ask yourself, well, why am I not giving that to myself? Or how can I give that to myself? Those are some good starts. The acceptance, the self-love and self-acceptance, knowing that you're here for a reason, just exactly as you are. You're meant to be here just as you are. um, I once had an interviewer ask me, if what would you tell the 4-year-old Michelle? First thing that popped in my head was just be you. Just be you.
I have to share something with
Tell
you.
me.
I just got home from a fabulous trip. I was presenting for major companies, I was coaching, it was like a delight. When I got my reservation, and it gives you a number and so forth, I want you to listen to this. The
Okay.
first three letters were GEE, like G. The next three were UBU.
Oh my God.
So when
Wow.
I looked at that, and I had also asked the divine, I earlier say, give me a little tip what on this trip.
Wow.
And my son's one of my guides up there and over there, in there. He said there's no in
Yeah.
there.
Right.
But when I saw that G, you be you, what else was there?
Wow.
And I
Powerful.
shared that as I went along in different places on that journey. And as I came home, it just was the perfect because I did that. I allowed that. And we have to remind ourselves there's no panacea that's not going to take an awareness. In our journey now and where we're going, would you like to take a minute or so just to lead us through something that might center our audience to feel that they have discovered the soulmate within and that beginning touch? So, if you're willing, we're good to go with it.
Yes, yes. So like meditation?
Whatever you want.
Okay. You can do this with your eyes open or closed. You can close your eyes if you like. And then just slow the breath down. And just bring your inner gaze, your inner focus into that heart lung area. And just become aware of the breath. Let the inhalation be a little slower now. And now let the exhalation be a little slower. And I want you just to not only think about, but really sense and feel qualities of love. Maybe visualize or envision actions of love. Is it a flower? Is it being handed something? Is it being embraced? Is it feeling warm and cozy, curled on a sofa, watching a movie or watching TV? Is it walking along a sandy beach? Just whatever images come in your mind, begin to feel those feelings of the qualities of love within your body. Now begin to feel an appreciation for those qualities of love. Feel the appreciation within. And now notice that these feelings are inside you. They're your thoughts, they're your feelings. And so as you feel these feelings and think these thoughts of love, you now attract this love to you effortlessly and easily. These feelings of love, qualities of love, expressions of love are not only within you, they are you. And you now attract these feelings, qualities, and experiences of love easily and effortlessly. For it is the soulmate within that you attract without. The more you feel these qualities of love and live these qualities of love, you easily and effortlessly attract these qualities of love to you. That is the soulmate within. So everywhere you go, you see your soulmate. You experience your soulmate. Now, from this place of abundance, you can ask for the life partner, the life mate, the one to journey with you.
Beautiful. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. You're glowing.
Thank you, Mary Lynn. I feel it. Oh.
So, you're on the Beverly Hills Shaman. Clearly, you are a shaman.
Mm.
And how we define it is that we actually all are shamans.
Mm.
When, wherever we go, and whoever we're with, it's better because we were there. You're
I love that. Oh.
and when you're in this frequency, you're shamanizing. And that's our new word. That'll be in our book. We did coin the word morph as a transformational term in 1995.
Oh,
It's in the vernacular. And shamanizing will be too. Once they get past, you mean Simonizing my car?
yeah.
No, Simonizing the inside, and it's called
Yeah.
shamanizing.
I love
So
that.
you are that. And we welcome you in our community as that. And you carry the shaman, also the wise woman, the kind, loving woman. And those examples we have shared today on our show I want to God bless you. You will be back, won't you?
I'll be back,
And
definitely.
before you leave, we will be putting up your information for you up there. So anyone who wants to contact Michelle, you'll have a way to reach her. And is there any parting words you just like to add to our conversation?
Gee, you be you. I, I'm so tickled by that, Mary Lynn.
I have to get I need to get the reservation and take it off of it. It's
Yeah.
our new words.
Got
Love
to.
you, girl. We
too.
will see you soon.